This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more. We're diving into a fascinating debate today about the age of the Earth and how it impacts our understanding of Genesis, specifically the seeming contradiction between day one and day four.
The young Earth view, yeah, it really struggles to reconcile the creation of light on day one with the creation of the sun on days four. It's a bit of a cosmic chicken and egg problem, you know?
Exactly. How can you have light without a light source? It's a real head scratcher for those who believe in a literal six-day creation, right?
The old Earth perspective offers a more elegant solution, I think.
Intriguing. Let's explore that. So let's tackle the young Earth interpretation first. What are the main challenges in explaining the light on day one?
The biggest riddle is the apparent lack of a light source. If the sun wasn't created until day four, what illuminated the Earth on day one? Young Earth proponents often propose supernatural explanations, but these can feel less satisfying to those seeking a more natural explanation.
It does seem to require a leap of faith, doesn't it? A kind of God did it explanation that doesn't fully address the scientific curiosity. Now let's shift to the old Earth perspective. How does it resolve this apparent paradox?
The old Earth model suggests a much longer time frame for creation. The days in Genesis aren't necessarily literal 24-hour periods, but rather longer epochs.
So the light on day one could have been from a different source?
Precisely. Perhaps a pre-existing light source or even a luminous atmosphere. The key is that the sun's light wouldn't have been visible on the Earth's surface until much later, after the atmospheric conditions changed.
And that change could have taken thousands of years?
Absolutely. This allows for a gradual clearing of the atmosphere, perhaps due to the dissipation of dense clouds or other atmospheric phenomena. This would explain the darkness before day four and the appearance of the sun, moon, and stars thereafter.
So the thick clouds mentioned in some interpretations of the text could play a significant role in this old Earth explanation?
Exactly. A thick cloud cover could have obscured the sun, moon, and stars for a considerable period, even millennia. The creation account then describes the gradual clearing of this cover, revealing the celestial bodies.
It's a much more gradual and nuanced process than a literal six-day creation.
It allows for a more scientific and less contradictory interpretation of the text, yeah.
This approach seems to better harmonize the biblical account with scientific understanding of the Earth's formation and atmospheric evolution.
It avoids the need for supernatural explanations that might strain credulity for some. It allows for a more holistic understanding of the creation narrative.
It's a fascinating perspective that bridges the gap between faith and science. Are there other interpretations of Genesis 1, 2, 3 that you find compelling?
Many interpretations exist, and it's important to remember that the Bible is open to multiple valid readings. Some focus on the literary structure of the text, while others emphasize the theological message.
So it's not necessarily about finding one definitive answer?
Exactly. The beauty of the text lies in its capacity to inspire different interpretations, each offering unique insights into the nature of creation and God's relationship with humanity.
The importance of considering the context of the verses within the broader narrative of Genesis is crucial, isn't it?
Absolutely. Reading Genesis 1, 2, 3 in isolation can lead to misinterpretations. We need to consider the entire chapter, and even the entire book of Genesis, to understand the author's intent.
And the surrounding verses in the Old Testament as well?
Yes, cross-referencing with other passages helps to illuminate the meaning and intent of the text.
How does this discussion impact our understanding of the theological message of Genesis?
It shifts the focus from the precise mechanics of creation to the overarching themes of God's power, creativity, and relationship with humanity.
So the emphasis is less on the how and more on the why.
Precisely. The theological message transcends the specific details of the creation account.
Does this mean that faith is less important in the old Earth interpretation?
Not at all. Faith remains central to understanding the creation narrative, regardless of the interpretation. The Old Earth perspective simply offers a different framework for understanding the text.
It's about finding a framework that resonates with both faith and reason?
Exactly. A framework that allows for a deeper appreciation of both the scientific and theological dimensions of the creation story.
What are some resources you would recommend for listeners who want to delve deeper into this topic?
There are many excellent books and articles available on the subject. I would suggest looking for resources that present both young Earth and old Earth perspectives in a fair and balanced manner.
So it's about engaging with diverse viewpoints.
Absolutely. Critical thinking and open-mindedness are essential for navigating this complex and fascinating topic.
This discussion highlights the importance of respectful dialogue between different perspectives on the age of the Earth.
It's crucial to engage in respectful dialogue, avoiding divisive rhetoric. The goal is to understand each other's viewpoints and learn from one another.
Understanding, not necessarily agreement?
Precisely. We can appreciate the nuances of different interpretations without necessarily agreeing on every point.
How can we bridge the divide between young Earth and old Earth interpretations?
By focusing on shared values and common ground. Both perspectives share a belief in God's power and creativity.
Finding common ground despite differing interpretations.
Yes, emphasizing the shared theological message can help to foster understanding and unity. Ultimately, the interpretation of Genesis 1, 2, 3 is a matter of faith and interpretation. It's important to approach the text with humility and a willingness to learn.
That was a great discussion. Thank you.